Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new explainer. Today, we are looking at something completely unprecedented and, honestly, absolutely fascinating. Usually we decode dense research papers, economic data, or historical texts, but today we're enthusiastically decoding an accidental digital masterpiece. Our source text is an auto-generated transcript from a video whose original title suggested this deep theological discussion about Lord Shiva, the Mahadeva. But the text that was actually captured by the system? Well, it is a highly unconventional, wildly glitchy, and chaotic stream of consciousness. It's literally a text where algorithmic error has created a surreal, accidental Dadaist poem. We're going to treat this chaotic transcript with the utmost seriousness, mapping out its themes, its geography, and its bizarre obsession with consumer brands. So get ready, because this is going to be an incredibly fun ride through the mind of a very confused machine.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Just look at the sheer surreal juxtaposition present in this exact quote pulled directly from the end of our transcript. We have three completely unrelated concepts forced into the exact same breath by the algorithm. First, Mahadeva, the supreme Hindu deity. Then, immediately following, we have the all-new Xenia, which is a popular family minivan. And finally, Si Bon Kok, which translates to the hunchback. This is the kind of text we're dealing with today. It just doesn't follow traditional human logic. Instead, it aggressively forces ancient spiritual concepts to sit right next to modern automotive marketing and folklore.
And that really brings us to the core question of today's explainer. What actually happens when ancient mythology collides with modern consumerism and politics inside a broken digital brain? I want you to keep this question in mind as we take this literal, deadpan journey through this chaotic digital narrative. We aren't going to try to fix the text. No way. We're going to explore it exactly as it exists. We're going to look at the patterns the machine accidentally created and what those patterns might actually say about the absolute overload of information in our modern, hyper-connected world. Section 1. The Modern Mahadeva, Mythology Meets Commerce.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how it perfectly categorizes the Dadaist contrast found right at the beginning of the text. On one hand, we have mythological and natural elements like Mahadev, Samudra Guru, which means the ocean teacher, and Ikan, meaning fish. Beautiful, natural, ancient words, right? But right alongside them, the text seamlessly weaves in commercial elements. An eco-park, the Honda Motorsonic, Bodrex, which is an over-the-counter headache medicine, and the all-new Xenia minivan. In the machine's mind, the ocean teacher and the headache medicine carry the exact same narrative weight. It's just a jarring, fascinating collision of two completely different realities.
Moving right along to Section 2, Journey Across the Samudra, a Glitchy Trip. So there is actually a distinct, literal timeline to this journey. We start in the vast, abstract space of the Samudra, or ocean. From there, the text abruptly drops us into the dense, concrete, urban sprawl of Jakarta Barat, West Jakarta. And it doesn't stop there. It subsequently crosses international borders, landing us in Batu Pahat, Johor Bahru in Malaysia. It's this sprawling pan-Asian geographical glitch that totally ignores the laws of physics and time, snapping you from the mythological ocean straight into heavy city traffic.
Notice how the text relies on a specific phrase to bridge these locations, gelombang pertama, which translates to the first wave. This first wave seems to literally wash over the ocean teacher, carrying the narrative through West Jakarta, past a commercial shopping center called Plaza Millennium, and all the way down to Johor Bahru. It's almost poetic, actually. An algorithmic wave sweeping up city names, shopping malls, and oceans into one continuous stream of data.
All right, Section 3. The Sonic Motor Phenomenon, a Digital Stutter.
Right in the middle of the transcript, the algorithm seemingly loses its mind and gets stuck on a loop. It reads exactly like this: Sonic, 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 Sonic. It is a relentless repetition. Visually and audibly, it represents a machine getting caught on a single data point, likely the Honda Sonic motorbike, and turning it into this pulsing, rapid-fire chant. It accelerates the pacing of the text from a strange dream into a high-speed, frenetic digital stutter.
And this brilliantly illustrates the text's strange, accelerating obsession with urban consumerism and fast-paced imagery. Right after that intense sonic loop, the text violently throws together Motor Sonic, Barbecue or Barbecue, and the Plaza Millennium Mall into a single, breathless sequence. It paints a chaotic, super fast-paced picture of modern city life. Riding a loud motorbike to a shopping mall to grab barbecue, the algorithm has accidentally synthesized the ultimate, overstimulating weekend in the city.
Section 4. Unexpected political intersections floating neutrally.
Now, as an explainer, we always look at the data objectively. Observe the mentions of two major Indonesian political figures, Prabowo and Jokowi. In our source text, these names just materialize out of nowhere. They drop into the narrative right alongside the motorbikes, the headache medicine, and the ocean teacher. We're impartially reporting these two data points exactly as they appear in the text. Within this digital tapestry, they are completely stripped of their real-world political weight and simply become phonetic artifacts floating neutrally in the algorithmic soup.
Let's look at exactly how they're used. The text reads, Prabowo maju, itu lagi level. Jokowi lagi about. It is complete and utter nonsense. They are simply there. The machine is absolutely not taking a political stance. It's not offering any kind of commentary. It's just pulling recognizable human names from the cultural ether and placing them into a sentence that structurally means nothing. It's a fascinating look at how algorithms process fame and keywords without understanding a single ounce of human context.
And finally, Section 5, the final chaos, algorithmic singularity.
So the crucial point is how this final sequence blends a deity, headache medicine, and a family minivan into one continuous, bizarre thought. It's this magnificent train wreck of a sentence at the very end, the grand finale of our accidental digital poem. The ancient spiritual world, the pharmaceutical world, and the automotive world all collapsing into a single algorithmic singularity. And right at the end, nestled within that chaotic string of words, we get one final, highly specific and very strange detail. See Bangkok, which means the hunchback. It introduces this sudden element of human frailty or folklore right before the text cuts out completely. It's a mysterious figure that brings all this loud, fast-paced commercial and political imagery to a jarring, quiet, and slightly eerie halt. It really brings the chaotic imagery to life, giving us a bizarre character to anchor this wild ride.
Which leaves us with this final provocative thought. We live in an era defined by data generation, AI, and algorithmic processing. When a machine takes a video meant to be about ancient theology and scrambles it into a fever dream of motorbikes, politicians, minivans, and hunchbacks, is it just broken text? Or are we looking at a new kind of accidental, chaotic mythology born from the digital noise of the 21st century? It's a fascinating artifact of our time, for sure, and it really makes you wonder what other bizarre stories the machines are quietly writing to themselves right now. Thank you so much for joining me on this wild journey, and keep questioning the data around you. See you next time.